It says that we're streaming live, Michelle. You did it.
Yeah, but let me see if we're on Facebook.
Yes, we did it. Oh
Mhm.
my gosh, it is so cool. We're a little bit late, it's 5 minutes past, but guys, we're here. We've been trying to do it and we've done it. Yay to Michelle. Michelle got this done. Got it.
Looks like we're on.
I'm sure we're on. We need not worry about that part of it. There's just so much going on worldwide.
We are on.
There's so much to talk about. Some vexing issues. But first, let us say, how was your week?
Busy. Had a difficult case. So our cases are difficult, but this one was really isolating. So I decided to take the weekend to just relax. But it was good, overall.
We have a long weekend in Jamaica because it's Emancipation Day on Monday. So we have a 3-day weekend. A couple of people will probably make it a 4-day weekend. And all those people who went to some fest who probably need to recover are probably trying to do that now as well. So looking forward to the weekend.
What activities planned? Like what activity? I see everybody complaining they don't feel a vibe, nothing is going on with this. When is the 6th celebration supposed to start? So what activities? What is going on?
I think they had the festival song competition, can I tell you? And the song that they had that on Thursday. And the song that won was that one with the girl, the St. Mary girl. I think Leo must
we criticize?
Yes. And that was the one that won the competition. So I was like, okay, then I guess we're not the greatest judges here, or something wrong with the judging.
No, but I guess maybe the visual that we had really went. I remember we said the visual. Maybe people like the words not enough to really listen. But like say her the video, the background just throw off everything.
Yes, it wasn't consistent. So it wasn't what we expected with the words that she was saying. So that one, some people happy, some people sad. I can't find a neighbor who is happy, but I still.
She won.
Yes.
But I think the little guy, the other guy we really like, he was placed, but I think he was placed third. The Nitty Kochi, that's all.
Yes. Oh no, he should have get second. He should have win anyway.
Yeah.
He just kind of vibes a tune. But
yeah,
that's why we're not the judges, perhaps, because we're looking for the wrong things. Or the judges are not the judges because they're looking for the wrong things.
Exactly. They don't have to look for they out of tune with everything. But VM said, good morning, ladies.
Morning.
Paula said, good morning, ladies. Angela said, good morning. Costa, first time I've seen that Costa vacation said, morning, Jamaica. VM said, where's this morning? Oh, this time to take vacation again. See what happened? He's coming.
He's working on it. And then now this weekend. Feedback. And then this weekend now is the Dembe Agricultural Show, which is
nice.
Where everybody come and all the parishes have a stall. Have you ever gone to the Dembe Show, Michelle?
No, not the Dembe. I just did the one in Trelawney. The Hague Show. But I heard it was really good. Because Dembe have more things, like the different type of cows, different type of goats usually.
Yes.
And a lot. Yeah. I wanted to go though. I always wanted to go. So you're going?
No, I'm not going because there's a whole lot of traffic and there's a whole heap of crowd, and I've had enough of it. I grew up in Clarendon where it was a staple. You look forward to it during your holiday period to catch up with your friends and everything and to see some of the activities, but to a lesser extent, as you grow older, it was more to catch up with other people. Cell phones weren't existing, so you weren't like, you could keep up with your friend them, bam, just like that. So I'm not going this weekend. My neighbor going, taking our children. My child who is home is like, no, hell no, mommy, not going to no Dembe Show.
Yeah, usually like the younger one and we enjoy it. So
yes. And then but anyway, we're going to do a little
picnic. Yeah, here we. It looks so sad.
You're muted, Dolio.
You're in Jamaica. Why are you sad? Everybody see hotel background and I'm about to see story. You see the audio. Well, while he fixed that, Jesse said, morning, beautiful ladies. Maxine said, happy Independence Day on Monday. Patricia said, good morning,
Monday's
guys.
emancipation, not independence.
Yeah,
Monday's
emancipation. Sorry, that's what she said.
Yes.
Patricia said, good morning, guys.
I am undercover, so nobody is supposed to tell people who's family. I mean, undercover.
Can't see.
One a week, the undercover, okay?
Our undercover agent Leo Gillen is in Jamaica, undercover.
There are some videos coming out soon for all those who can't be there. So follow the page, the Leo Gillen Show on YouTube, and then he always posts on Facebook. So we can live through Leo. Don't disappoint we know, Leo.
Leo, you going to Demi show?
I thought about it, but yeah, the older people, but it's an ideal place to go and show people what it looks like. I mean, you'll see.
Yes, I know it. You should go and show the people the Demby show at least one of the days. 3 days. It starts on Saturday. It starts today. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So that, and then the other weekend we have Independence celebration. I want to go my neighbor wants to go Grand Gala, but I don't want to. I want to go to the one at the arena, not the stadium. I don't. Mellow go round. That's what I want to go. Mellow go round. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm trying to pull up YouTube. People on YouTube, I'm going to your side of town now. Dee Makara said, good morning, everyone. But don't feel left out. I'm going to read your comments.
Yeah, nobody not to feel left out. What was your favorite thing doing at this time of the year? People, what did you do in your community? Did you go to Demby or in a go beach or what? What you did for independence? Everybody used to get new clothes.
This is not independence yet. But dance, like we got dance last night.
What? I wish dance ago.
You did Jamaican go dance. And you never even called me.
Wait, me not call if you not. You can't dance.
You know why you crumpy style.
I know come crumpy style.
Exactly.
I'll keep a watch on you.
Yeah. I went to a party last night and I had so much fun. I be a man, 99% man, about 200 man.
That's not good.
Yeah. No woman.
I like a traditional party them, like you just string up his sound, play or like
The sound it's an old soldier party. Ex-soldier party.
Okay.
And they were in all their glory and we had people from, it's GESA, J-E-S-A, that's the Jamaica Ex-Soldier Association. And they have different chapters across the United States, Canada, and England. And they all came in last night for the party. It's been a whole week of event, by the way. Wednesday, they went to see the Governor General. They spent a few hours, a few minutes with the Governor General. They had beach day, they had all kind of stuff. And but tonight is the culmination. We have a banquet tonight where all of the old soldiers they will get together. So I'm supposed to be the keynote speaker there tonight. I don't know what I'm going to ask him.
So Leo, we can come.
No.
You must just tell us the address. We're going to turn up.
No.
Anybody else out there listening who want to go to a party? Because here is enough man there. Enough man there. We say enough man there.
Enough man there.
Yeah. People are retired military, so they have good benefits. So show people, show up.
Make us go.
Michelle think about money, how much money you can get from the soldier man.
Not true. I time for travel, man. As long as they can afford to pay for like a travel, that's fine. They need companionship to travel. I'm ready to go.
Oh, I had the melon beer last night. Melon beer.
Every minute they have different.
It is better than the sorrel. It is better than the sorrel. Whole lot better. You don't get sick either. It is good.
guess we need to try a different one. But Patricia said, good morning, guys. Happy Sabbath. Maxine said, let me keep this up here. The 6-day celebrations appear to be very low-key. Fallout of COVID, I imagine. Dee said, good morning, everyone. Joni said, good morning, beautiful people. Patricia said, why is Leah always undercover? You're hiding from Smaddy?
Hey, nobody knows supposed to know it's for me there. I'm doing a lot of work, school work. So I'm heavy on the heavy manners.
No, for the heavy management. Don't follow Leo.
Something like that. Something like that. Let me see there.
What's that?
Let's see if we can.
She must have gone and get breakfast.
Can't get our ears
So I see the band.
She gonna buy her clothes and buy her eyelash for later.
Yes. Eyelash, yes. I want a big one.
She buy her eyelash. Why can't I find the Jamaica.com live something? What am
It's up. I'm on it.
Okay.
I'm on
Go to Jamaica, and I'm on YouTube. So YouTube people, I'm seeing you. No comments yet, but I know you're watching. So we're here. So why topic today?
Well, I had wanted to speak about did you post the topic, Leo?
No, but did you talk about the lackluster 60th independence celebration?
Well, we spoke we could talk about that in a lackluster way because there really isn't very much to talk about, except we could talk about our own recollections. But before that, there was a newspaper article where this lady, Sandra Gibson, was speaking about her trafficking horror, what it was like for her as a young girl growing up and the multiple forms of trafficking that we experience as women, that she experienced as women. And then it brought me to ask that we look at the inequalities. How have we treated women over the years? Is it getting worse or is it improving? When people fight, when you look at the violence, the domestic violence instances, in a significant number of cases, it is the women who are the victim. What are we doing wrong as we look at 60 years as an independent country? I don't want to talk about that. That's too deep.
Okay, too deep, as we see every day how women are being killed and brutalized, and the children. I always see it in the news. That the other day I see one where the guy beating the woman like it's his child. Then we see they go to court and then they don't show up to court to even, they're fearful. So yeah, it's a hard topic. And then they argue, well, not argue, they mention that we have so many women in parliament. And then we see none of these issues that directly impact women being addressed, although we're bragging that women are getting there. But is it just that women are just getting there as images like, oh yeah, we have a woman, but you know what, you're just there. You're not really gonna do anything. You're just, there for the ops, and men are still controlling everything. Because up to this day, abortion is a big thing. Reach anywhere. Even the other day when they talk about addressing the sexual harassment in the workplace, they don't really do much when you look at it. But it's just like, oh, we did something. So I think more needs to be done and to be addressed. And I think it comes down to everything, as we always say, it's the family and how these children are raised and men are raised. Because how your mother grow and you brutalized woman like that, like what happened, you know what I mean? So we have to start within our families, teaching our men how to treat women and also treat our women how to love themselves, respect themselves, know when to walk away, and also how to, because it goes two ways too, because you do see videos when some of these women are rather abusive for no reason. So, but it comes down, I don't know if the government can do much, but it comes down to family. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Leo?
We have a bigger issue today in Jamaica more than anywhere else. And I acknowledge the problem that we see with inequalities in women, but I think most of the crime in Jamaica is being done by men and boys. And And I think that's a bigger problem that we need to address from our young youth, whether it's prepping them for a future life of dating and being married to a woman and so forth. To me, that's a big issue, because if our youth boys are hurting women and hurting men, killing women and killing men, that's the bigger issue down there. I really think that we are at a place in our lives in Jamaica where there's every man to himself, every man to himself, every woman to himself, every person to himself here, and because of that, we have no respect for other person's property, other person's lives. You just want to get what you want, and that's not where that. I'm not trying to go back into history, but that doesn't help us to develop a society of sharing and caring and understanding each other. So we have a bigger problem. We can send all the laws that we want. We can make all the laws that we want, but the bigger problem is whether it's how we as individuals treat each other from the get-go. And I think that's where this problem is.
Yeah, and I agree with you 100%. Even if whatever law they created, 100% has nothing to do if we as a people abide by it. Because people don't really care about the laws, because they be like, I'll break it anyway. Like they know it's wrong to kill, they do it anyway, as they see the numbers every day. They don't care. So it really has to come down to how we raise and grow our children, and how we get involved as a community.
And as far as the human trafficking go, I read a report recently that a lot of the missing people that we are calling human trafficking it's not. It's people getting up and leaving our country. And we have to be careful about how we put statistics on missing people and call it human trafficking. Because a lot of persons are leaving this country, and they're leaving intentionally on their own terms, going through on planes and boats and swim and stuff to get out of the country. And we have to be very careful of how we throw these numbers around. It's really, I really am I'm concerned. After I read that report the other day, I said to myself, oh my God, look how me jump out on this thing here a couple of years ago, this human trafficking thing, because so much people are getting missing. But they're missing because they want to be missing.
Yeah, but we have to understand, we have to appreciate that human trafficking is more than the physical manipulation of the whereabouts of the individual. It entails work and things that people end up doing because they move from one spot to the other. And some of it is deliberate. Interestingly, yesterday was marked as the commemorated World Day Against Human Trafficking in Persons. And there's a story in today's paper from Sandra Gibson, who says she stands as a resilient woman who survived trafficking and child sexual abuse at the hands of relatives. And it continues, with the hopes of a better life, the then 14-year-old left Jamaica on a 3-month visa for Florida in 1979 to live with her father, who she had only seen twice before. When she arrived at his house, he reportedly took her to a table and said, "This is the 45, this is the gun, this is the drugs, and this is the money." He showed me the different measures at $30 for 1 ounce, half an ounce for $15, dime bag, and nickel bag of marijuana, adding that she was put to work on the first day. She was going to stay with her father.
How are we going to stop that?
I don't know. Somewhere have to
contemplate. While we ponder that question,
I think that the human trafficking is. I know human trafficking is about when you look at people, who just arrive in your community and them are working as somebody's house, or then see them at their cousin or their auntie or this. That's human trafficking. I'm not
father house.
And yeah, I mean, how do you stop that? I mean, people are circumventing rules, and it's hard. It's hard to realize these things, but how do you stop it?
Yeah,
Well,
what we think about
just
that
so we define it
question?
from the Oxford Dictionary, says the unlawful act of transporting or coercing people in order to benefit from their work or service, typically in the form of forced labor or sexual exploitation. She is a victim.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, so let's pause and think about that question that Leo posed. How do we stop it? A lot of comments coming in. Sean said, good morning, Uncle Leo, and how are you? Pick up yourself. That's Sean. Michael said, morning folks, got lost at Denby as a child. Costa said, travel. Majority said, good morning, my beautiful Jamaica, I miss you. Lawton said, good morning, my favorite peeps. Joni said, here in the States, my parents congregate at one house. Their friends flew in from Canada, Europe, and other states in the US. They came to New York right outside of New York to enjoy sunrise celebration. So all week, food items shipped in from Jamaica arrived for the festivities.
Nice.
Us kids just had fun, staying up and having delicious Jamaican food and treats.
Okay.
Tony said, so true, Michelle, those women representatives are there figuratively. They don't seem to be fighting real world issues that Jamaican women face. Reproductive health, childcare, jobs, and workplace equity, housing, education, etc. Paulette said, unfortunately, it's very lawless society and people no longer respect anyone. Donnie said, how do we define that, Leo, and clearly understand the difference between the human rights violation in trafficking and voluntary leaving through whatever means? BM said, they are also selling a person's organs when they are captured. Strong points. So strong points. How do we stop this thing? They educate us on how to identify it and what to do and how to report it and to look for signs. But if your family, you raise a strong point, but if it's your family and you go to your family and you feel like you owe them because you're staying in their house and they say to you, you have to work the little money or do this to help out, you go think you're obligated, right? And a lot of people go through that. But what you gonna say, some people really take advantage of it, but it's a strong, I never thought of it like how Leo put it, you know? Because sometimes people help you out and they expect you big, you know?
And there's a lot of person. So, I was having a conversation recently with a friend of mine, and you consider family.
With somebody, Leo. You don't have no friend, with somebody.
Yeah. I consider a family of 5. And the only adult there is a parent, is a mother, right? The mother. And these other 4 children are there, and mother does not know how to provide food for the 4 kids. And she knows that she has a responsibility, but she don't have a job. What's gonna happen is she gonna have number 5 because she'll meet a man who she want to have sex with, right? And no, not say what she want to have sex with, but who she want money from, and the money comes with sex and pregnancy. And that's kid number 5. When these kids grow up and there are 3 ladies or 2 ladies and 3 boys, these men nowadays don't really care whether you're a boy or a girl. When you grow up into a certain age and them see the girls' little breasts start to show and things, then them say, yeah, you're ready for the cutting board now, you're ready for the cutting board now. Then the whole thing starts off again, because as she reached 14, she started having babies too. Or the mother thinks, boy, about a girl child, and man them round town, I will start messing around with her. So let me send her my sister.
St. Mary.
St. Mary, my sister, who have a better chance of growing her up. You know what happens there? That is actually trafficking. She's sending her out, and because she can't afford it, she's sending her out to somebody who can afford it, knowing what's going to happen.
No,
But
but I don't agree, Leo, that she knows what is going to happen. You said that
okay, what
she's
is
sending her
possible?
out for a better
Knowing what is possible.
opportunity so that
Knowing what
the
is possible.
cycle don't continues.
Yeah, knowing what is possible. Because if you're leaving your child to your sister who don't really have the same kind of bond that you have, the sister is likely going to force her into labor, you know, make sure she clean up the house, make sure she, right? And then this person, this little child now start to feel disengaged, and who she'll find? Somebody outside who can help her, can give her taxi fare or can give her money or something like that, food, physical sex. It continues over and over and over.
But how do we stop it? Because you raise a strong point. The mother who sent the child to the sister aunt knows the possibility of what's going to happen to her child. Why send the child? So that means she's partaking in that trafficking. Why send the child to an environment? Yeah, but there are other means. So that's a problem. Most of them know what happened. They know the cycle and they refuse to stop this cycle and continue this cycle. And then sometimes the children are so conditioned, they don't even know that they're being abused or being trafficked. You know what I mean? They think it's just something that they have to do. And this is why the education, I guess they're having this campaign where they're educating people about it and, you know, what is right, what is wrong, you know, but that goes on. You're right. Sometimes the family, because a lot of times they say these girls missing, that we see missing, you are right. Like I don't want to use this word ghetto, but in these areas with the Don, and they know that by the time the child turned 14, the Don goes said, you are mine. So to prevent that, they send the child somewhere else. And then they have the child as a missing person to say they don't know where the child is. So sometimes they do that to get their children away. But it kind of sad. I don't know how we go solve the problem. Because as you say, like sometimes you send somebody from country go to town to help out the child. Because you know you need somebody to help clean, and you better you have somebody, you know, to do it. But to them it's like, oh, may I help my family? Yes, we get a little money. And I understand the magnitude of what is happening. That is ignorance, right?
So based on what Leo has said, I think that, and I agree with you, Michelle, that clearly there is a need for education as to and a clear understanding as to what trafficking is. Because when that mother with good intent sends the child to go stay with their sister down there, yes, she says you will have to tidy up the house and you might have to wash the plate them and so forth, but she is not participating in a trafficking arrangement, because in her head, trafficking is when people move from one place to other for forced labor, and she's not seeing it as forced labor. So it is a hard thing. Yes, it is ignorance, and it is perhaps a need to redefine the social conditions that she don't have to be forced to preserve her child's dignity by sending it to some other far-flung place so somebody can reach the child loosely.
I know what is sad though. I saw an undercover video a few years ago of the same exact thing. Like the mother sent the daughter to the uncle, and I think it was Vice that did it. But they were showing the human trafficking in Jamaica. I know what the uncle did? Took the child to a hotel, the little child, to sell her to this guy that's undercover, right? And he was like, no, it's a common thing. Like you take the little girls and bring them and make money off of it.
Oh my
but the
gosh.
mother, they don't say she get money to give her mother, but we don't know if the mother know that was what her uncle was doing. And
the mother can't know that. The mother sure don't know that. No mother in her right mind could know that and condone it.
Yeah, but it is a bad situation.
I think you're making some judgment calls there, Diana. Because you know it's known that mothers give up their daughters food.
Yeah.
For taxi fare. I mean, light bill. Yeah. I mean, those are known acceptable things that goes on in our community.
No, that can be the known and norm. And I don't want to know that is a normalized or operation where it's okay for a woman to say it's okay to sell our child so that she can pay our light bill. It
I didn't
can't.
say
Dr. Diana.
That I want to. No, I don't know that.
I am saying that
I
is
don't know that, and it can be true.
No, it's known.
I can support Leo on that, because a lot of things they don't necessarily say, all right, you go sleep with a guy to pay the bill, but they know their little daughter is an older man who is gonna give them money to pay the bills, and they allow, which is a problem in Jamaica, they allow their little daughter to be dating these older men, and these older men are controlling, like paying everything for them. You're technically selling your child, but you don't say it like outright, but you know it's a problem in Jamaica. These young girls. Exactly. But in our world, Dr. Diana, it might be like far-fetched, but we can't be like blinded by the reality of it. Like,
hold on. Did I hear Michelle agreeing with something that I said just now?
No, she never agreed with you. She was just pointing out to me the other perspective. No, she not agree. Leo, you know she not agreeing with you.
Because I thought I was having tinnitus or something like that.
No, that's coming in. Read some more. Mars Scott said, good morning, my people. Mars Scott said, we love Miss Diana. Always a correct Leo. Love you, Michelle. You are so the words can come out. Joni said, it is obligation or the victim's perspective of helpless and ignorance. Marska said, because they don't know better, it's just that they don't have the mind frame of a stabilized mother. Sometimes that's true. Joni said, Leo, it's the grass is always greener and no one can truly care for your children like you. Folks tend to assume anything that glitter is gold. Happens in the African diaspora a Cinderella effect of heartbreak, poverty, neglect, abuse, and sometimes violence and eventually death. The stories are numerous and each more dreadful than the other. So sad. I don't think that's trafficking, Leo. Most parents back then sent their children to live with a grandparent. I was sent to live with my grandaunt, and it's the best childhood experience. Once my mom settled into her job, she came back for me. Joni said, some mothers' parents are so ignorant, greedy, desperate, etc., that the possibility for the destruction of an innocent is astounding. Mark Scott said, sometimes they know, Dr. Diana, they don't care about the kids. It's all about the well-being. Yes, Michelle, true. Paulette said, it starts at home. We need to go back to family planning with women that they have in the 70s. Women need to be responsible for their own bodies and stop having children they can't afford. Remember if we said something Dr. Tufton said, Mr. Tufton said.
No,
yes.
say it right now and then pause and come back.
Okay, I read an article that Tufton said he has a problem with the fact that the birth rate in Jamaica is decreasing. Like he really make a statement about that.
There's a problem.
Article. like, really, the birth rate in Jamaica going on is a problem for Jamaica. Like they don't have the fast.
We don't have no industries. We don't have no major industries that are booming Jamaica to
I refuse to accept that. I think you misread. So we now accept that until
she misread it.
Yeah, but it's so sad because that is a problem worldwide. We're just saying birth rate, like people are getting Spartan now, where they know they don't want to have children until they can afford it. So all over the world they go down. But Jamaica of all places have a problem. I'll find the article and read it.
Please do. Because we cannot misquote the minister, okay?
Don't find it. I was so shocked.
Yes, Michelle, find that.
Michael said, folks, I've seen worse happen teaching in Jamaica. Poverty is at the root of this sexual abuse. Jamaicans are forever hiding their heads in the sand. True, we cannot. Garvan said, hello, Mr. Leo, Dr. Diana, Miss Michelle. Good morning, Garvan. You also hear Garvan, I preach now. We're ready. Yeah.
Hey, Garvan missed you Tuesday night, so you stop. I'm the only one who missed you.
We know you miss me, Leah. You always miss me.
Leo, answer that. Answer that loud.
You have to answer. The words doesn't have to, you don't have to say.
It goes without saying he missed you.
A back kick from a donkey is hot enough, very hot. Back kick, donkey, a back kick.
Leo, we never grow with so much round we but why don't you try and find that article, Michelle, to enlighten the rest of us? Because I can't imagine with us having no major industries to support, without not having a social network, to a basic network to provide for people. I don't know.
Okay, let me see if I could play it. Let me see if I can hear it.
Yeah.
What she want to play it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I thought it was an article. What's a video?
Yeah, like Irie FME was on. Or not there. Okay. But the summary of it was Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton has expressed concern over a decline in the nation's birth rate. Dr. Tufton said on average, Jamaican mother is having less than 2 children. The rate, he says, is too slow.
There's work to be done in the fields.
You know, so listen, I'm not comparing human beings to goats, okay? But I was on Damien farm the other day, Senator Damien Crawford's farm, right? And so he said the problem that he has is that a lot of his mothers, the mother goats, are only having one child, right?
One kid.
Okay, one kid.
Goats have kid.
So I asked him what caused that, and he said, you know, most times they either have some kind of disease, infection, or them not getting the right food, right? So
don't tell me, say you're juxtaposing that to the human race now.
Oh,
to the Jamaican population.
We don't have to make funny points. He's getting there.
Can I finish my discussion here? Eh?
Yeah, sorry, my apologies.
I introduced him to listen, I am not comparing human beings to goat. So I introduced him to a scientist, a researcher in goat husbandry. And so he said, he asked the guy the same question. And the scientist said, well, you know, if a mother goat has one kid the first time, we say we are everything all right, you know, we're cool, you know. But if we breed again and go up, feed another pregnancy and have one goat, then get rid of it. They say they're going to eat goat, because it now have no more than one child from the rest of their life. And so that's counterproductive. You might eat too much food for the
to produce one kid.
Yeah, So therefore, I believe that if our birth rate is going down, it might have something to do with the kind of food we eat, or we have some virus.
No, I don't think so. People are consciously saying, I don't want to have a child. I cannot afford it. Look at how things are expensive. How can I afford to take care of a child and myself? And they're doing the right thing. They're not going to depend on the government, who always say they don't have any money to take care of this child. So it's only smart. Wait until you can afford a child. They don't even have the facilities to assist people with having children. How many times we hear about birth, mothers dying in birth, or children dying? They don't have it. So leave it alone. Work on, like how we don't have that explosion right now. Work on fixing those issues. Maybe assist the families to say, all right, put them in a position where they're able to provide for children. But work on that then. And then they might say, all right, Jamaica nice enough. We can have more pitney because we can afford the pitney. We can afford to give them more life than deserve. That not exists in Jamaica right now. That not exists. So why?
I can't agree with them because I don't have any statistics, but I'm just saying.
Most of the women have, my friend, them in Jamaica, we don't have no children.
But we have to agree with Michelle, Leo. You don't need no statistics to agree with Michelle. You can look around and see the logic of what she's saying.
Yeah,
but I want to go back to the
tough than say. We don't talk about goat because it's still not getting point at the goat.
Because let me help you to the point.
How we don't put them down, we put the movement because they're not.
So to feed a goat for a year will probably cost you $10,000 to buy feed and to look after it and medicate it for a year. And if at the end of 2 years it only produces 2 kids, then you don't want to spend another $15,000 for the next year or $12,000 to maintain that goat. You might as well kill it now, sell the meat and get $20-something thousand. No better.
Oh, that's economics. That's good economics.
Marie so comment. Dr. Diana said, okay, to Johnny's sister, she like it. We're gonna go back to that. Marscott said, not true. Marscott said, I always ask for my girls if I don't see any of you guys. Johnny said, even back then, it happened maybe not to the extent as today. However, those things were hush-hush. Girls and boys were scorned and became outcasts. Folks, especially adults, were quick to assume you don't know how to behave and were ungrateful. They provide miscreants, whatever the word is, abusers and the wicked to get away with quite a bit under the guise of the so-called goodwill. That is true.
Michelle, I am not enjoying you today at all because you actually no disrespect or anything, but you look like a doctor because every minute every second you come in and you go. You come in and you go. I see more at the beach than I see you all the time.
Yeah, so, I don't know what happened with this thing, you know, like
the virtual background. Some of them too eating too much.
You can't take this double.
All right, let me remove it. Let me
blur your background.
JetBlue by Spirit, and that means
not done with the comment yet.
Can't deal with another one right now.
Oh, JetBlue.
I don't get that. JetBlue by Spirit and what?
Can't deal with another spirit right now.
Oh, this spirit.
You waited at Jamaica, all by Spirit out there.
I don't.
Okay, let me read some more comments. Patricia said, Leo,
turn off your virtual background because it really keeps disappearing.
How me turn it off again?
Go into video at the bottom and
let's go and stay right now, man. It's so all right. We can't hear our voice.
No, but you need to fix our video. So go into video at the bottom, click the up arrow, and then
I blurred my background, but it's still a coming up. It's
much better.
Okay, you see my natural beauty.
Yeah.
Patricia said, Leo, please answer the question at Michelle. In office said nothing, silent. I get him. We have, we don't have to say. Garvan said, Lord, Michelle, I chat the pot what do make me like.
Garvan, you are quite intuitive. I like you, man.
My star said, remember you're talking to a lawyer, Leo. Watch out. Yeah, it just don't know about the thing, but yeah, Jamaica
interesting. All right. I think we've spent enough time looking at that, but that was an interesting dialogue on the human trafficking, and it's something that we really need to look at and probably get some data and some experts within the sector to tell us how, if any, plans there are at a governmental level to address this issue in Jamaica. And probably we might want to look to say, who do we bring as an expert to talk about it and to point out to our population, our audience, how we can help them to recognize these instances and support people.
Okay, sorry.
Trafficking, for us thinking about trafficking it's local transaction, it's a regional transaction, it's an international transaction, it's a global transaction. It's not just people missing from any particular country to go anywhere. It is right in your backyard. I remember clearly how many people show up in a rock base when they know which part they come from, but they go stay with their auntie, or somebody will then call themselves the auntie, and then walk like a horse, yes. And so we have to be very careful about just openly saying human trafficking without knowing, because there's a sign. The science is coming up right now, and there's a lot of information coming out. It's being studied, it's being studied, and so there are things that they call human trafficking, and a lot of what we think about human trafficking is going to be thrown out of the door. So we have because once the science is done, then the law are going to come in, and then the law is going to specifically state what is human trafficking and what you can get locked up for. There are a lot of things that people can't get locked up for because they don't understand. A lot of people go to court and then have no law for it, and then have no statute for it, and nobody can go to jail. So we have to meet
no evidence.
Yeah, well, that's
I think they have human trafficking laws on the books. I think they have some law in Jamaica on the books. They just need fee.
Yeah.
Sharon said,
about no evidence. Talk about no evidence. What is going on in the courts in Jamaica? Not just the courts, but with evidence gathering with the DPP. What is going on? Because the point is, we are having cases coming into the court in Jamaica that they are no evidence. How did they pass the DPP? They have case coming into the court, get 4 months in prison, and then get pinned for murder. But when it got court, they found out that the men were in prison while the thing.
What happened? They not review them cases before they go.
Oh, you did not review a case. That's what the DPP
exactly does. Lackadaisical.
The DPP sits right between the law enforcement, the police officers, and the court. And the DPP is supposed to verify every piece of evidence and put a case together. Put a case together that is valid, that is substantiated, that all the evidence brought up can make a story to bring to the court.
Defensible.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's why the minister said we need more children, more people in the country, because we don't have enough people to do that. To put the case them together.
Sharon said no statistic needed, Leo.
No what?
No statistics. Yeah, we don't need a statistic to talk about the issue.
Yeah, it kind of sad though, which they need to, those are the things they need to work on.
But as Leo talk about the law and people getting locked up and all of that, there's another thing impacting educators, and not just educators in the classroom, but the Jamaica Teaching Council bill. There's a clause in it that looks at homeschooling. So how some people have traditionally just taken care of their children's education and they've been doing well. There are clauses in this new bill that will, one, prohibit people from homeschooling their children, and secondly, subject them to all kind of fines and lockup. And they're pushing back. The Homeschool Association is pushing back and say, you can't mix us up with the teachers. You can't mix us up with the traditional educators. Are you sure that's what it says? Because homeschool is a legal, lawful thing to do in most countries. Why would they be locked up for homeschooling their kids? Why would you lock up teachers? The same bill is proposing to lock up educators who are not qualified.
Oh, I mean, that's different, because in order for you to be homeschooled, you must be licensed, and you must present a case that you can pretty much, you understand the curriculum and you can employ just like a teacher or better.
But if I'm homeschooling my child, I don't necessarily want to have to be compliant with the Jamaican standards for homeschooling, Jamaican Ministry of Education curriculum. I might want to insert within my child's development languages that are not offered, and so I will tap into experts elsewhere within the world who can provide that expertise. I don't want to be pigeonholed.
I agree with you in the sense that you can add other things to it, but the ministry must dictate a standard of operation, that students who are at school, if there's a curriculum for them, those students in the home who are homeschooled must have the same curriculum. You can add all you want to it.
Right, but those students must have, there must be a core curriculum that is applicable to every Jamaican, every student in Jamaica, every child of school age in Jamaica. Let's agree on that in principle. But outside of that, I don't believe that the government should tell me as a parent, how I teach and train my child. Outside of that, because I am exercising my right now it becomes, what am I, a teacher or a parent? I'm exercising my right as a parent to inculcate within my child a certain principles and skill sets that I want. The government I shouldn't be forced by the law to do something else, or I shouldn't be forced by the law to have a particular qualification. If you're going to insist on my sticking to that, then what is the distinction between the person in the classroom at St. Peter and Paul versus me?
Of course, in my estimation, the law should dictate one that you have the competency to teach the students to the curriculum, so that they can be at the same level of competence as the students.
No, but more often than not, the students in homeschool. No, but more often than not, the students in homeschool perform much better than those in the high school.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, but you have to have them, even if they perform better, but you can't allow them to perform worse. Because
so you are saying that I must have a teaching degree?
No, you can have a license.
Yeah, but how am I going to get a license without a degree? The requirement for the license is to have a degree.
No. For homeschooling, it's competency. That means you can teach them 1 + 1 = 2, and you understand that in the curriculum.
No, but the Jamaica Teaching Council bill is saying that you must be trained at a particular level, have a degree in teaching for you to be able to do that. You could have a master's degree, and you don't have that basic certificate. You can't get a license.
They can insist that you get a license, because the students cannot be going to school in home without proper directions according to the laws. Because the law says, the basic law is that every child must learn, every child can learn, and every child must be in school legitimately until they get to age 18 or 17 or 16, whatever it is.
I feel like I must say something. I'm not an educator.
We don't want you.
But I just have one suggestion. How about this for the ministry? So much is happening in the public school system. How about leaving this homeschooling thing for a later date and focus on the issues at hand, right? No, homeschooling, they don't need people. When this bill got ever done? When this got ever get done? No one wants this issue. Focus on one thing right now. Get it together, get it right. It's horrible for the children just coming out of COVID who were home, the 5th grade. If you talk to these children, fix that problem, please. Leave the homeschoolers, they're doing well. Whoever they're managing. After now, you can address that.
Yes, and let me just read a quotation, because the Homeschool Association says, based on the definition of an approved home education program, and this is from the JTC bill, each parent would get locked up, because my son does online classes for chess and he has a science teacher in Malaysia. These are parents who have their children in the writing, they are parents who in a writing program where the teachers are not in Jamaica. What are you going to do?
But that's okay.
You're saying that a parent is primarily responsible for instructing the child.
To me, we're conflating two different things. Because I am saying that students must learn according to the curriculum that is in the regular school at their level. Must be taught. But there's nothing wrong, because if you can teach them Ireland language and Chinese language and all of these languages, and you can teach them, because those are extracurricular activities to what is on the curriculum.
So let me ask you a question, Leo. So is homeschooling an extension of parenting, or is it a function of a teaching profession?
It is not an extension of parenting. It is an option to schooling, an alternative to schooling. So if you are going to have the students between the time of 9 and 3, between 9 and 3, they must be in school and they must be learning the curriculum.
That's how homeschooling operates.
Yeah, that's how it operates.
I think they should, no, that's how you say it operate, but they should govern their own thing. I think they're not really fully understanding Jamaica how homeschooling works. So instead of hold up this bill to focus on homeschooling, leave it alone and evaluate with other countries and everything to figure out what best works. Leave it alone for now, because it's another thing to hold up this whole bill that need to go forward. They can address it later at a later date.
I
That's just my suggestion.
You know, agree with that. Because
This bill are you go dead
once you
before
take
this
it out-
bill
once
accomplished.
you take it out, once you take it out, you open
No, I don't
it.
say take it out. You know, like in every bill, you can say come in or whenever. They don't have to address that
No,
matter
you
right
need
now.
to delay the
Yeah,
implementation.
delay, yeah, right
But-
now, and focus on what's at hand right now of what's happening to these children who are so far behind, and we need something in place. Focus on that right now. Leave the homeschool or even have a next subcommittee working on that. But that shouldn't be a big priority now. We're not going to hold up the bill again. Every day
That's
is an
hard.
next.
That's hard
Hard,
because
but we just have to do it in
Because-
phases. We have to do it in
the rights of a parent to homeschool can be delayed. It's like you say, okay,
They're not gonna stop whatever
delay-
it's in
delay
place
COVID.
right now. Let it
It's
go
like
and fix it.
COVID. Delay you know, you don't have to take the COVID test, or not the test, but the vaccine.
Vaccine.
You know, later on you can take it. You know, that
No,
kind of
No,
thing.
but I can
No,
agree
that's
with
not what
Michelle
I'm
that,
saying. That's what I'm
that's
saying.
not what she's saying. She's saying extract this from the bill and address it in another forum, rather than tack it onto the bill and have all these other attending issues.
But that's
But
not
I
right.
still see homeschooling as an extension of my right as a parent to instruct and guide my child. And that I shouldn't be forced by any regulation to be licensed to do so. And you know, my child don't have
No,
nothing to do if I homeschool them.
Yeah, but it's been working for a while. Yes, I need to regulate it right now, but it's been working. Focus on the big, and how many people homeschool? I know the big, you know, focus on it, but actually have a committee focus. Because Jamaica, I don't think know how homeschooling works. You know, so they need to do studies.
We can't do that, Michelle. But take some comments. You have people that say, well,
No, but I guess we kind of understand what I say. I'm not
no,
saying
I don't
don't
understand fully.
address
I
it.
understand fully what you're saying to stagger it. You're saying to, you know, put it aside right now. And then,
No,
but
because
gonna
every day
happen?
one
You're
next
gonna
delay
have
with this
pushback.
bill. Every
You're
day
gonna
is
have
another delay. That's true. We're gonna have to
you
push
have
back.
pushback from the parents who believe that that the government is violating their
Yes, exactly. And it's gonna cause another delay. Every day is another delay. When this
exactly.
goes dead before anything happens. We go
Yes.
dead before anything happens. So just get it ahead, you know, fix what need to fix right now, address those issues. Anyway, comments as Leo said. Let me stop. Okay, Johnny said, Leo, is that we should broaden the definition to include those so-called relatives? Why may I disappear? Okay, Lorna said, hi guys, good to see you. Human trafficking and child labor sometimes go together. Parents must be careful who they send their children to live with.
Hold on, before you move on from Lorna, because I forget to tell Lorna this. I wish that she lived in Jamaica. The other day when I had to go to my tea party and I needed a hat. Have you ever seen her hats when she posts her pictures on Facebook?
Party? No, I
Yes.
don't follow her.
Well, let me tell you, Lorna has a collection of hats, one hat to match any outfit she put on.
Miss CR. And she thinks that she does tea party every day. That's what it is. She thinks that she does
Yes.
tea party every
And
day.
let me tell you, I had to be all over Kingston trying to find a hat to wear.
No, if you had told me, there's a guy, my friend's husband, that designs these church hats, crazy hats.
Yes.
He
Well,
shall
I
come.
want one because I decided that I go and wear church hat every now and again.
Okay, more forward the information. I
Michelle,
will tag it on
Michelle,
Facebook.
you don't wear hats.
No,
Because
I
you're,
don't, but my girlfriend, I want Pastor Bishop, you know, and they love wear them big fancy hats to match the
Me
clothes
like the
and the
little one
handbag.
that we just put on the side.
She does to like his side. So
Fancy.
sometimes she have a little side with little feather, you know, and the
Yes.
bag off it match and the shoes off it match, you know, the bishop.
Yes.
So I'm going to tag you, so.
Yes.
we need to come out with that kind of hat festival and beef up festival. You know,
True.
that's what needs to happen. They look
Oh,
at them
because-
on the side. Some woman wear the hat on the side, they're saying, right, just so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's cute. Johnny said, Dr. Dan, I agree with you. All parents, whether the child is in school or not, can provide extracurricular activities, which may include courses and subjects outside of the defined curriculum and standard. The proposal sounds too rigid and too presumptuous.
True.
Marscal said, Leo, please don't do my girls like that. Remember, we have to look out for each other.
What we have to know? What we do?
You're
What
not
we do?
agreeing with
You're
me.
there, you're
You're
there,
not
you're there.
agreeing with me. You're not agreeing with us. He said, in terms of the needed Oh, I think homeschooling might be different in Jamaica versus North America in terms of immediate requirement. Exactly, they have to go study that if you guys don't. Michael said, nonsense, Leo. I was homeschooled. And when I entered primary school, I was 2 years ahead of my classmates.
Yes.
Tony
See
said,
that?
as
And
long
have no
as,
big degree, as no wap shwap.
yeah, Tony said, as long as the homeschooling addresses the basic requirement, Michelle 100%. Jamaica too quick to adapt things without proper research and understanding in order to get the best results. They have more important matters to deal with before they take it to this one.
Yep.
All right, that's all the comment. Nothing on.
Nothing up on YouTube.
Then Leo, you know, read YouTube.
What if you get only up on the phone? When I take up the whole of my space from the phone.
Oh.
On the
I never walk around.
No other comment on YouTube right now.
All right, let me see if I go to YouTube. What you said, Mish?
No other comments on YouTube right now.
Okay. All right, so we have the last hour now. We can focus on festival or emancipation. What are you doing for emancipation?
Nothing.
But talking about, go back to that. I don't know if we talk about it already, but how the hell did that festival song win? I mean, she's from St. Mary and thing, and me happy about St. Mary.
I could find it because we must have missed the lyrics.
But me have a problem with that Sunday. I mean, it was the one that comes second trap in the what are they? Who are judge?
Second.
Is it by voting? A vote, right? And it's not by judging, right?
Depends on who is the judge.
When I grew up, it was judging. Right? We must move to voting now, so the people who vote the most gets it. That's probably what they do.
Oh, she must have done over the video, because what I'm seeing on the little video here, you're seeing fruits and vegetable and things.
I must make our course last week.
Okay, one more comment. Lorna said the homeschool children are usually high achievers. Some of them a little withdrawn and unsocialized though. They must be a standard to follow. What level are we going to? Parents have the right to teach their children additional skills, but must follow standards. I agree.
Well,
are you trying to play the song, Diana?
I'm trying to find it first.
Hopefully not shut down everything, you know. Again.
Yeah, Dan, good for that too.
So you're ungrateful. Real ungrateful. And you probably never met me host enough for share part anyway. So people, if it not work out, because then somebody now make me share. Me not seeing it.
See?
But I mean, Mr. Pandey, but I am looking at. Oh.
I'll play the words if we can get away with it.
You're singing too?
Drop the top on the seat, feel the breeze, take a drive through the country. Look how much fruit and trees and fish they are see. Tell me how me feel hungry. I'm say look on the lush vegetation, but them call bush, and me call that luxury. The coat of the bright sunshine that I glow from the skin, all the rays just a hug me. Oh, what a time to be Jamaican, beauty of the nation. Me come on, the worries fade away.
You don't have
Not nothing.
you don't have that beat. You don't have that rhythm that gets
I am
you.
so sorry. That is not a 60th. Let me see if we can find when name again. Michigan City. Michi was nice.
Tell us my song everything crash.
To me, then I give me the vibes from like back in the day.
Yeah.
I guess they spoil me.
No, I love
back in the day.
I enjoy the 2020 festivals. I play them all the time.
2020?
Oh, yeah, man, with Buju and
That's how it. Oh, yeah, budget. No, keep a
that
mix up
was,
here.
that was a
Yeah,
lively,
that was good.
that was a very lively year. Very lively. So I don't know why it keeps going up.
Something missing. Like something missing in these.
You know what the problem is? They want to do it too quick. Festival song competition should start from today. If last night they might have the finals today for next year. And then between now and December, they get as many festivals, have a team that just look for the best damn festival songs them. And by January, we have 7, 8, 9, 10 festival songs. I can't wait for the year.
Yeah, I agree with you, Leo. I think they're rushing.
Yeah, man, it's always rushing. And
this year is a worse rush. For I remember said them did scrap it. And when we protest bitterly in this space, then go back the next week and say, well, all right, come again, they could see what we don't have.
Yeah.
And then they start it again. But that would require planning, Leo, and that's not in our blood.
When it says, let me tell you this, you cannot rush people to be creative.
Yeah, that is true.
To be creative, it takes time for people to, think. When you rush them, they bring out any kind of foolishness. I mean, what could
as we have seen, right? Then just said,
how am I going to dance to that song?
Yeah, like what? Yeah, exactly. Like how me not feel a vibe. Like we could have sing a song them and the dance and I was pitting with a dance upon tongue and the
I love that song. That song is supposed to, let me tell you, that song's supposed to play in every dance. Like last night, we got the dance. It's supposed to be the song where get everybody together. You never even played. I mean, when you play, you can't make the dance. Yeah, people haven't danced to it.
So depressing. And it's so sad of all that's happening with this whole 60th celebration. Like nobody not care. It's just the whole vibes just sometimes I think that like I always say to myself, Andrew Holness team kind of let him down. Because it's supposed to be a major thing.
Well, I don't understand why you keep saying that. What if it's Andrew
Holness?
Because
how you have a minister and it's the 60th. The 60th.
But what if it's Andrew?
No, he has a team. That's why I said they're letting him down. His team. They're letting him down.
You said that, but to me, if you're a leader, you take the blame for it. Because if you're
but I team still, right? As a leader, yes, but you have a team. You have somebody in charge of something that did not do it. Did you see the flyers that they put out? I could do it, and I'm not, Everything is just horrible for your 60th. Like
it's a 60th, not 50. 60.
I said 60th, but 50
days. But 60 is a major celebration, Leo. What are you saying?
No, she said 50. She said 50.
It was a mistake. But I quite agree with you, Michelle. And it goes back for me in my mind. When you look at persons who have been employed under this administration in positions for which they are not qualified, and is it that we are seeing this on a higher level? Do we really ought to go back to the phase where persons who act as ministers, persons who have these senior roles in ministries must be qualified for the positions that they take? Remember the recent newspaper articles that spoke about persons employed at TPDCO and some other agencies for which a master's required or a bachelor's degree were required, and for which they had no such experience except in that they were assistant to somebody or there was somebody and all of that. And until they discontinue this habit of rewarding persons with position.
Diana, I hope you're not saying that the Prime Minister is incapable. I hope you're not saying that.
I am saying that until we discontinue this propensity to appoint persons without the skill sets for which they assume in office or for which they are put into, and put the technocrats who have the experience and the qualification, and put aside all the experience. Sometimes what you really need is a qualification, because you can build on that.
No,
We need
so
to focus on that. So let me stop for a minute. I can think back to the likes of a Sydney Bartley and in the Social Development Commission, who would put together these events. You wouldn't have to guess what it was. And there are others behind and since him who are so much more competent. But when you get to the, yes, Leo, stay sideways. And when you get to the position now where people just get appointed because it's your friend, them things they need to stop.
Yeah, that is true, Dr. Dana. And I've noticed that a lot of people that help with the campaign are given high position. When I look at it, I'm like, how do they qualify for this position? Just because you help with the marketing. But Jamaica have a lot of great people that could have put on this thing. We see multiple events put on in Jamaica, top-notch events put on in Jamaica. Why couldn't those people be employed to do the event?
Right.
You can outsource it. It can be done. But I think
some of these people would give back the cost, or give back just to make sure that there's a major celebration.
Yeah, this come like it just rushed, like we know it was coming. So you would have thought the planning would be in place going. So I'm hoping next week we're surprised. They're just keeping it under wraps. And we're surprised and like, ugh, you know, but it's
almost sad. As if you spend more time on the political on the
Camina campaign.
Yes, like you spend far more time on
the campaign. It's so funny that Ms. Grange said in one of her statement that they did not have the money, and thanks to Nigel for finding the money for them to, you know, in the budget. How you never budget for this? How you never budget for this?
Because them never said that the 60 was up on us.
Oh, exactly, like you think Jamaica will go disappear under the sea or something? Like, it's just strange. And I think what Andrew needs to do, if he would listen to me, is go through, re-examine his cabinet, because they're embarrassing him on many levels, and get rid of some of these people, because younger people can do the job too. They are qualified. We have other qualified people that could go into this position, which I could name a few people and get things done. But this is embarrassing. Like every day, it's something embarrassing. This should not have happened. Nobody should be complaining at this point with everything, the activities going on. I remember the last time on the 50th, they were having plane trips planning, like I was in New York at the time. Like they were planning to go down plane and take the cruise ship and, you know, all these things that were planned. I don't see anybody, other than people flying down to go to the regular party. I don't see nobody planning, and this is sad. 60 years. 60 years. Anyway, let me read some comments.
3 times your age.
May I tell you? Jody said, that's a festival song. I said, Leo, your reaction is priceless. Jody said, that's right, Leo. What happened to tried and true approach? They said, not very festive at all. The tune all right. Lorna said, guys, I have to go to watch my A-class teacher funeral at Mandeville Parish Church. Died at 100. Wow. R.I.P. Miss Thomas Lawton. Let's go funeral start. Oh, Lawton.
Lawton, take for yourself.
Jody said, creativity is a process. Think happiness and prosperity. How do you rush that? Exactly. Carl said, good morning from Washington. Mark said, wholeness cannot make it happen. People are not feeling it. I honor him. People am I put in charge. Johnny said, precisely, Michelle, nationalistic pride is gone. Gone. Johnny said, here, Dr. Diana, qualifications matter.
Well, nobody not say here, Leo. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Leo. Let me just comment with Leo. Leo,
Here, Leo.
Yeah, here, Leo. He said, Leo, Michelle is absolutely right. He's
here.
Definitely no. Johnny said, Leo, so what if Dr. Diana is? Facts are facts. Mark said, wholeness has inflation, COVID, crime, and a budget problem. He's got time to be throwing a party. Well, that's why you have people that he assigned to it.
Nobody answer Mark because Mark attack through three side of female for upper top. Mark say wholeness can't make it happen. People not feeling it, and then he might try to justify it. Mark,
Which mark is that?
Mark something.
Okay,
Mark,
Marscott said, nice spin with you all, but I'm off today. I'm going to the beach. Oh, Marscott, enjoy the beach. Have a blast.
oh, which beach? Where's Mascot going to beach in Florida, or is she going to beach
Listen,
in Jamaica?
Diana, don't go there.
Okay,
Don't go there.
let's
Okay?
I'm on YouTube, people. So YouTube, Sharon said, because of the new video, I was able to listen to the song yesterday instead of skipping over it. To me, it's not bad.
Yes.
I guess the video, she said the video, which was
Yeah,
hard
they really improved the video. They did some aerial shots and she driving through. Just
to
like
watch the show.
what kind
She
of
watched the
seaside
show.
business that?
She watched the show. Smiley watch the show.
They all watch the show. Thank you all for joining the show.
PM said, I have not heard anything about Jamaica independence. Could it be the crime rate? It should distract away from all of that, don't you think?
I remember the 50th. And I was an alternate advisory board member at the time. And I remember how the government said to us, we want, and this was in January, we want from May to August 5th, we want to know at least 5,000 people who come to the island from the diaspora. And people started to move. People started saying, I want to be there on the 1st of August. I want to be there and then take plane and train. And train, I mean, I talk about train from Miami, come down here. Train, boat and everything, taxi, to make sure that they were here. But you know what the government did do? The government did, there were some people when they came into the airport, they got good treatment. Like somebody came up and they had their name and Mr. Gilling and them walk with you. You know,
I heard about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so nice. I
Yeah.
want to get in. I want to have my name. Next time I come to America, I want to do that.
So we can bring out just the money I come. We can do a plaque card.
Yes, and just set my money
You know
now.
what? Yeah, I just plaque card one cap and then go do it.
Yeah.
I just want to put the money out in and one piece of paper. And Mr. Leo Gilling. I'm saying, and all the time, in the history of me coming, I come to Jamaica often. And the only time in the history of coming to Jamaica did I ever have placard away from me. Not a placard anywhere.
That's what I did. That's what I did the last time, you know. This company picked me up, Kashmir, the out of Montego Bay. So, you know, like when they come, the line was long. When the plane land, I guess because so many delays, like all of the plane land at the same time. So that we couldn't even get off of our plane because the line backed up. It just the person walk up with the car, just a banner, and just me to walk past everybody in their line.
Yeah.
It's an artist. It's a
Yeah, man, they allowed us to register, you know, one
I like that.
And it was nice. It was very nice. So they hired somebody in the airport, a couple of people at the airport every day, and they had, you know, it was really nice. So me give the person $20. Fine.
I mean, that's expensive enough, funny enough. People don't understand. Like to get these little perks, it's not that expensive.
But here what happened? Here the thing is, they make good money because everybody who them ask them, who them rate them placard to, give them a $20 or $30.
Exactly. I would tip them to already pay. I would keep. And you go straight through the line, then they fast track you through custom, then you get your champagne or a beer,
So good.
whatever.
Man, everybody wanted to come out to Jamaica and time. I remember that clearly. You know?
Yeah, but no.
All right, when I do it for me in Florida, may I come to Florida? I want to do it.
No, we don't. No.
We want it in Florida. We want it.
Go Atlanta.
All right. Let me know when you have come.
Florida.
We'll get one car service for you. I'll pick you up. And you know what they do?
Thank you, Michelle.
They will pick you up with your card, walk you to your car, your destination, open your door, same thing, you have a nice drink and just relax for your ride. They ask you whatever you want to play. Let me know.
I advise you, I am suggesting that you get global entry to come in the United States. Because we have global entry. When we go in the United States, we just walk straight through the door. I don't, me not telling you no.
Isn't it expensive though, Leo, global entry? And second,
No, you know that.
we Jamaican people get global entry because I know everything
No.
we get.
No. Yeah,
Okay,
no.
so US citizens.
I am talking about US citizens, okay? We're not
Just
talking
to be
about
clear.
Canadian and England people.
But you know what happened though? What they still do though, if you have a child. So if you have a child, they will fast track you. If you have a child.
Yeah, but I just get out of the plane and I walk through one different place. I mean, we see the whole of people and turn up back up each other. I mean, we just happy and just walk through.
Yeah,
and it's expensive.
No, but what I'm saying is affordable, and that's the thing. And these little comforts are not overpriced, and the comfort you get, it's worth it. It's not overpriced.
But what happened though?
All right, so hold on. We're talking about two things. The global entry, is it expensive?
I am saying no. It's like,
all right, fine. And Michelle, the service to pick me up when I come and fancy me up in Jamaica, is that affordable?
It's not. It is affordable. It's under $100. It's affordable, and it depends on who you use. You could use, I know, Club Montego Bay, Club Kingston offer that, but then you have other private entities that do it, like Kashmir Tours. I know out of Montego Bay.
Kashmir what?
Tours.
Kashmir Tours. Oh, that's the one you use. Kashmir Tours. All right, we're going with Kashmir Tours.
Okay, the one at United States, you have to be a known traveler. So
global entry.
The global entry. After you pay your $100, they bring you in one room to interview you, and then it takes them another. You have to travel another 5 or 6 times. Them see you coming through back and forth, and then they'll give it to you. That's all they did it for me.
It must have been a problem, child. 4 or 5 trip. Michelle, anything on Facebook?
A lot of comments. Okay, Mark says, okay, all right. Mark Scott said at Florida in Venice. Mark Scott said we all need to get together, man, and have a blast. Yeah. Mark said, Diana, I am consistent. Wholeness don't have time and resources to spend on a 60th anniversary party. More important things to do. Right there, Mark, that is the problem with these supporters. He did find the money and they are paying for it. So that kills your argument, okay? Marska said, me we cook. Marska said, Dr. Dana, next year you can come visit me at WC Open Door. VM said, I remember
where I must come
to WC Open Door. Where's WC? I don't know. Tell us where that is if you're not gone already. VM said, I remember my friends going to Jamaica for the 50th. They all enjoyed it. I also think they had a romance sale with the 50th.
Yes, they did. They certainly did.
And they had a pin. You still have your pin? I have my 50th pin.
Yeah, I think I still have my buckle. Yeah, they did a wonderful job on it.
And they had Jamaican money with the 50 on it.
Oh, wow.
I was really happy.
So maybe they surprise us. Let's see. Dee said, what's the name of that service? It's Kashmir Tours. It's what they call it. Like they assist you with going through customs and pick you up at the plane. And you cut out everything. You have other that do it. Club Mobile, Club Kingston. Marska said, me and Michelle for Dr. D. One to Leo. We not go without Leo.
Exactly.
No, Leo can stay. Leo can stay. Leo not come. We don't want Leo. Leo not come. Me not go if Leo come.
We're not coming back on this show. No.
If Leo not come, we not go.
No. If Leo not coming, I'm fine with that. If one coming, come. If he not come, me still a go. Me is going.
Next
year. And we had said last year that we're going to do it. And next year, see, Mascot is saying, next year, Leo, we are not, don't come to Jamaica. We are going to Florida for a celebration. Me is coming.
Okay, a lot of comments on YouTube. Okay, Dr. Johnny said, on YouTube, Facebook keep locking. Not sure if they don't understand words like weed and lackadaisical. Unbelievable. Johnny said, I have a crazy thing happening in the Denver airport. There was absolutely racism. But to come downstairs and have a placard and a driver take my luggage and open the door made the incident funny. That is a good one. Sharon said, yes, it must have been a problem, Sha, because my daughter got full clearance after 2 trips. Mark Scott said, because Leonard stand beside us, Michelle, me love him.
Good. I don't think she said she said she leave him. Nobody interpret that as love. I leave. She said, but she left him. She said she has her pin.
I'm
Charlie, I
showing
have
something.
two pins.
This is just something I'm showing, okay? And then somebody will take my.
You said the board that problem. It turn off?
In turn off it. Mhm.
Okay, because we get one echo immediately.
Yes, as in turn up, it echo. Ooh. I saw, me quite enjoy the show this morning. Me reading, I mind a little bantering. Gosh, that's good. So Leo, tell the people what you plan for the whole trip now so they can catch up. There is Valerie. What's Valerie's surname again?
Valerie Richards. She Florida. She Jamaica, but we don't know.
Why your audio so low now?
Yeah, turn off whatever turn on.
A call coming in on my phone and I can't.
Just decline it so that the audio will turn up.
Oh, okay. You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, her name is Valerie Richards and she's here because we're supposed to go on one road trip.
Okay, so Valerie.
I've never met Valerie. Listen to this. Valerie is on my music show every week. She no miss, right? So I've never met her. She's been following for probably about 4 years.
Yeah.
I've never met her. And so I am excited. I'm looking forward to meeting her. And she said she want to go on a road trip. So I'll try to figure out which road trip we can go on now. So I probably go south coast with her.
Okay.
Got Clarendon and got Milk River, got Little Ochi and Alligator Pond or something like that.
My. That's a damn trip.
That's a nice trip. Me not onto that trip.
Jealous. See, I open them. Now you see how I feel when you're all over Jamaica without me.
I feel a little bit jealous because they're doing the Clarendon in my territory without me, but that's all right. But I am going on Monday. I'm going into the Blue Mountains, an area called Hollywell. And we're going up there for breakfast, having a picnic up there. So looking forward, and I'll do videos of it for you guys.
Please do. I don't know if they still have it though. Do they have it? There was this lodge, like it's the last stop before you go all the way up to the peak, but it's like a wooden lodge. Like I stayed there, and it was cold. The water cold like ice, but like they had like wooden stove and everything, and people were have like with tents outside. I remember that. Hopefully they still have it. I want to go back up there.
But when next you come town, you can't come and go stay.
But we have to hike. We have to hike it though. Not drive.
No, my car can't go there. Me no hike. Me.
No hike.
Well, we wait for you. Me go and cook till you come back.
No hike. I remember they have this old train track, this old bridge. So we go and go over, and they have the little river run, and now we go and go to the river. 2 rivers. We walk past, and I didn't even know people lived up there. Like when we were hiking, we see different people living. I was surprised.
No man, hiking used to be fun. I used to hike a lot when I was younger.
I'm gonna have to leave you guys early today.
Oh no!
Oh,
have fun. Be safe.
I have to make sure my car is in order. It's not in order right now, so I have to.
You don't have to leave now early. You're too wicked. I tell you upon a car. Stay until the show finish. You have a responsibility. 30 minutes more.
I know, but I am going somewhere and I can't. I wait until the 30 minutes up before the car thing.
Take the camera to the car and whatever, and continue the show.
I want wrong with someone, man. Listen, the two of you can chat.
The management. How would they run your life?
Yeah, I'm all like, we're about to show you waiting, so we're afraid to lick you down. you know how when we were younger, we would kind of tend to show off ourselves when adults come around, and how our parents would just sober we up. Sometimes they sober we up with a liquor, they sober we up with a look.
Or the eye.
We just get the eye.
Trust me, like my son does that a lot, especially when he see people.
Yes.
And the biggest scene of embarrassment.
Yes.
I'm like, Jesus, why no? Like you'll be quiet and established as soon as My God. I hope
They
I wasn't
always
like that
try
as
it.
a child.
It's
Yeah.
almost
Guys, I'll see you Tuesday night again. Have a nice Saturday and weekend, all right?
Yeah, enjoy your trip. Be safe.
All right.
enjoy your trip. Keep safe.
All
All
right. Bye-bye now.
right. He's not the host, I hope.
No, I'm the host.
Okay. Because the show that just done.
Done right there. So let me see if any more comments come in. Jessica said, Dr. D, have a great time now.
Yes,
it
I'm
doesn't
looking
have a
forward
great-
to it. We plan to get there pretty early in the morning, and people bringing different stuff for breakfast. Hopefully the girls will wake up to get there in time. They're excited about being there, so I think they will be up.
So you're gonna sleep over, or are you just going for that?
No,
day?
we're not sleeping over. Just going pretty early in the morning, and we do breakfast there, and then we do lunch and come back down.
Go hang out with you. Can you do the stuff that I like to do?
Yeah, man, come anytime I have space.
Come.
Everybody can come.
Party, the mountain eating. Yeah, Johnny said, all sounds fabulous. Enjoy and be safe, whatever you do and wherever you go. Mark said, I like the lively discussion. Nice show. Thank you, Mark. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
We are on Tuesdays at 9 p.m.
Mhm.
and Jamaica time is 8 p.m. and every Saturday at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern time. So always join us and tell your family and friends. Thank
Mhm.
you.
Mhm. Yep. So the monkeypox is growing. I hear that
Oh.
couple people have a little bit of it all over.
You know, Florida at the cesspool, everything come right out of Florida. So the cases are rising here. The monkey-
Yeah. So let me ask, anybody on the show in Illinois? Because I see that the Illinois ticket win the 1.2 billion mega million dollar. Anybody? Anyone?
Somebody win?
Yes, in Illinois. So we want to know if the person up on the show because
Oh,
Michelle,
and from a cousin.
you have cousin down there.
Yeah.
You have to go call them out because let me tell you, 1.2 billion dollar. You know.
But we all come from Africa too, so definitely one of my cousins winning for one black person.
Mark said in Illinois, you did buy tickets.
You did, yeah.
You
Oh
did buy
my.
tickets. You stand a chance.
We never said a chance. We never have a dollar for waste.
We need no, but you see, we all need to get and say, okay, fine. Is our dollar per how much time them draw per week? Once or twice?
I think I twice, you know.
So we need $2 per week. So we need comfortably $10 a month. We could have a club.
But how your money go?
Well, we have a club of 10 people and everybody give $1 a month.
But as a talk about club, we had so much ideas. I don't want us to be that government. Remember the other day, last month, we were talking about assisting a child or someone in Jamaica.
In the
And he said he
mentoring.
would, yeah, I was able to have
But the
raised
person
funds.
didn't come back on. The person would ask for it to do in her company, didn't do it unless you're going to do it outside of her company and just
Yeah.
simply identify somebody. Probably could identify an educator who needs to complete their studies or something.
Yeah, and get it done. Yeah.
Or the I have 6 farmers who are in the alternative pathway, which means that
Yeah,
we
you could
could do
mention
them. You want to do them? Okay.
yeah, mention one of them.
Okay.
Let me know. One
Well,
deserves
school
it.
starts back in September. So when I have the new cohort, I'll pick a group of 20 of them and I'll bring it here for us. And we all get one of them to mentor and start the mentoring club.
Yeah, I don't mind.
All right, fine.
Mars Scott said, oh, okay, VM said, thank you guys regarding the Kashmir course info. Mark said it's Northeast Ohio, not Illinois, I think. Mark said my wife bought, oh, nice. Mark
Ooh.
Scott said I buy myself, nice, Mark. Mark said Illinois, we only got 5 numbers and win 1 million. So the jackpot is still going.
The jackpot is still going?
I'll go buy it today.
Oh my gosh, I have to call somebody to go buy.
Yeah, Jody said, trying to see I'm related. Jody said,
Well, well,
what a 1 million they get.
No, me can relate it to that. If somebody win 1 million, me can relate to them. For let me tell you, you know what the Jamaican dollar is to yesterday it closed at $1.53 plus. So that is 154. That means that when you're ready to no, cost of living just went through woof through the roof. One
Exactly. And I have an issue with people now have kidney. Please. It hard to survive. I'm telling you. Like with the money I spend now at the grocery store, every time I like with the 4 bags I walk out with the same stuff. How
you
this
pay more.
double the cost.
Yeah, you
You
pay
know what I mean?
far more.
Far
And
more.
here in Jamaica, worse in Jamaica.
I mean, just here say KFC increase price again. We don't need to eat
Well,
a
that's me no bother go
find
KFC.
options. The local man where they have the liquor shop. Trust me, the fried chicken they're good.
Yes, them fried chicken like taste different, Michelle, when them people like fry some chicken.
But tell you, so go try them out. And when if everybody do that, KFC might reduce them price. But if you don't pack up KFC store, a long line, it go keep going up.
Yeah, I hear it a long line, but I'm not into that. I really prefer to do a jerk chicken. I prefer to buy jerk chicken and stuff like that. Can't bother with that. Mark Hayes says someone in Ohio won the jackpot. It's gone. You know, if Ohio, we don't really have no family down there, so.
Ohio. Yeah, you know, me no Jamaicans down there. I wonder if they win.
Well, you have to go call them up. Jamaicans living in Ohio, please.
Yeah, man, a lot. I was surprised. The Jamaicans are all over. Colorado, Alaska. Let me say, every corner you go. Kansas, every corner you go, you find Jamaicans.
Yeah.
They are everywhere.
There's a time when you say America, you think New York and Florida. That's it. And then they started to trickle into other areas. But I mean, we just one big open oyster now. Everybody fit in wherever, you know, make your life.
And a good thing, you know, like every time I go to these places, you always see the Jamaicans. They have a Jamaican store and a Jamaican restaurant. No matter where, you always say, all right, we go up on Jamaica. And people love the food. Jamaica, you know, in Jamaica, we need to appreciate ourselves, you know, because everybody loves us. And
I like the food station, and there is this guy who usually does oh gosh, he just escaped me. Anyway, there was this Jamaican chef who was on it, and she actually won that competition. Supermarket sweep, I think them call it, where you have to get particular products and then you have to make it. And she won doing all kind of variations, not just Jamaican. But then after that, I watched that Miserable Man Hell's Kitchen, and part of it they took the participants into New York and exposed them to different culinary things. And one of the places that they took them to was a Jamaican restaurant. So of the 5 types of restaurants they were exposed to was Jamaican. And when they came back on the show, one person had to prepare something Jamaican. Let me tell you, when I see the amount of jerk seasoning she put on the one little piece of meat, I knew she couldn't eat it. Of course.
I have a joke. Disaster. I have a joke. She's not there, so we can make a joke. So my neighbor is here with me, right? They don't like her trying to use the skill. So I say, no, say go have to learn to cook. I can cook, but me not using a rice cooker. So she laughing at me. But when I take out the rice cooker, to, throw the rice in and cook. So she said, all right, she go cook shrimp and everything. So I said, wow, nice, because I was working. Wow, nice. When she cooking shrimp, I'm like, oh my God, it look good. When me taste the shrimp, the amount of salt. You empty the entire packet in the shrimp.
Oh gosh.
Like, we can't eat. It's gonna give me blood pressure. But it's good. It's just funny. So my mom said, as that thing in Jamaica, you have to learn how to, what they call it, when your hand goes soft, your hand too heavy.
Yes, your hand too heavy. You have to learn exactly how to portion things. And you just have to taste it. Some people resent seasoning up meat and tasting. Yeah, when I grew up and learning to season meat, we had to put X amount on it, and then you taste it, touch your finger, wash your hand, go back, add whatever you think it need a little bit more of. But some people don't do that.
But it was good. She tried still. That was good. But I have no person to teach anybody to cook, so. Marska said, Michelle, I live in Northport. I was saying Dr. Diana, welcome. I was just abbreviating welcome.
Okay.
Okay. And Philip. Oh, hi, Philip. Good morning, ladies. Yes, Michelle, Jamaicans need to appreciate what we have.
Yes,
And
Philip was on last Tuesday. He passed through for a little bit, and we're really celebrating his continued improvement in his health condition. Philip, we're really happy that you're here and continue to share posts of your grandchildren. I've been following you and seeing you out and about. So all the best for Jamaican 60th and all the best with your continued cancer treatment. We love you.
And Joni said, so we have a doctor on board. She said, please tell me about the mentoring and eat at your yard.
Exactly, Kentucky and then Dear Money.
Hey, Joni said, I will find relations in Ohio. But see, we have one person on board for the mentorship. Definitely, I'll do it.
Fine.
And anybody on here who wants to assist with mentoring the students at Dr. Diana School, you know, let us know.
They will be the students in the sixth form program. So these are persons who are between 16 and 18 in most instances. Usually they have not done very well at their CXCs, which is why they would come to the alternative sixth form program. And we offer for them computer repairs, animation, training, housekeeping, and some other years. I don't remember what the other fields are for September, but classes will start in September. So by the end of September, I'll have a list and we will share it here and we can start our mentoring program for them. And I appreciate it.
In that alternate program, do they get to redo the CXC or they just learn skills?
They learn skills. Some want to do and some will do this, redo CXCs, but that's not the intent for them to redo the CXC. It's more for them to get a skill. What I find last year in talking with a lot of them is that they really want an opportunity for kind of an apprenticeship type engagement. But because they're so low skilled, using that loosely, they don't really get a lot of opportunities. So like a Grace Kennedy going to take people from UWI and, you know, all of those places. So they want whatever little opportunity, probably is in a guest house, probably is in a computer repair store, whatever it is, we need to create some apprenticeship type employment opportunities for them, to engage them differently. They want that, they yearn for it.
Okay, that's good. So do you connect them with programs, apprenticeship program within the community, or does the school have a program like the whole setup where, you know, like they're going to work and stuff?
We don't have an established apprenticeship program for the school. We just tap on friends and associates who from time to time will engage them for whatever periods. The housekeepers, I knew that they went to a local hotel who took them for 3 days, but you really want to do a little bit more than that. So an opportunity probably to be on the North Coast and to stay someplace and then engage them for a 2-week period would be the kind of experience that would encourage them.
Yeah, that's true, because that would be good, because with the tourism board, they have building a lot of these hotels, especially in North, that they can connect them with to get a job by training, work a little, and then they start. So that's good. I applaud that program.
Yeah.
So you go expand it?
Yes, it definitely has to be expanded. Jamaica Vacations was good to us. In fact, they were doing this recruitment for the cruise industry, and they allowed me to invite students who had completed, who were unemployed, to sign up.
Wow.
So I was happy for that opportunity for them. We need to work on perhaps the students' self-worth or their value of self, because the turnout or the response wasn't as positive as I had hoped. So we had probably about 5 people who signed up. I don't know what happened.
But is it that a lot of it is not filtered out fully so people know that that program exists? Because I think that's a great program.
But it is sent directly to the students, and they get it as a WhatsApp message to say, here's an opportunity, please respond by indicating your interest in it. And this is an opportunity for them to get employed in the cruise industry, spend 6 months. So sometimes I don't know what it is that they need. That the mentorship program is probably what they need to make them see the possibilities. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I guess I could ask some of my friends who are in, if that's it, the hotel industry to
Mhm.
offer, like maybe go on it. But yeah, but like what students? You mentioned like you send it to the students. I thought it was open to everybody.
No, it wasn't open to everybody. Persons who turn up for the interview, and some people turn up even though they're not on the list. But there is some method by which you have to get on this list. So persons get on a list to be considered for the employment. Other
No,
people,
not employment, I talk for your school. Like
no,
how do
no.
people get
I
into
send it on the my students. It's not open. The opportunity for the cruise industry is really targeting people who are unemployed.
No, I understand that part. I'm talking about students that get into your apprenticeship program. How do
Yes,
people get into it? Is it targeted just for
they have to be
students?
students.
Oh,
They have
okay,
to be
so we
students.
have to,
So we're
okay.
supporting, we're finding ways to support our students.
Okay. So
That's what
students
we
within
need.
your school, not there. Okay. All right.
Mhm.
That's a good program. And most of them to maybe then think, I know one good thing. You know, we always upon people say you need to get the CX, you need to go UE, you need to go university, but teaching people how to that these programs like these apprenticeship programs actually pay more, at least not have the burden of student loans and all these things. And you kind of make money off the bat. So I guess the mentorship program will help them, especially people in those fields.
Yeah, I think the mentorship program will really make people come into themselves and understand their value and understand career projections that they can make so that they can see value in whatever little opportunities come their way, you know. But they need the support. Sometimes I believe that they don't have that kind of a guidance or support at home. And so when you come to these institutions and we talk to you about this and that, and we're trying to make you understand it, you just don't understand it. You don't have that kind of a mindset. And that's where the mentorship, that's when we us here in this space begin to support them. We have to focus on creating their value, making them
Yeah.
recognize their value.
Yeah, because what I see now though is that when I see these trade school advertising, what I see in most of the ads now is that they're using people in the field, like, you know, CNA will say, I make this amount of money a year. Or, you know, like the mechanic, they say, I make this amount a year. And then I guess they attract because those schools are getting filled because now they say what you can make if you get in and apply yourself. And then someone say, oh, I was able to buy my house. So we notice like the advertisements have changed in how they're targeting
Well,
the
Michelle,
trade.
no, none of them can, no CNA or nurse or police can have no ad where say, this is how I bought my house. Because in
Here, well,
Jamaica,
we're not US. But
yeah. So probably what we do need is 1 and 2 partnerships with foreign based operations that can perhaps take my students for a short stint. So, you know, an opportunity for them to go to another institution and a mechanic based place or an aviation based place so they can see the opportunities and come back with a little bit more desire and intent and ambition. Mhm.
yeah. And Tony said that is possible. Too narrowly scoped views does not allow folks to realize options and opportunities.
Mm.
Joan H said how to contact you to get more info on how to contribute to this program. What's the contact information?
Well, we're right here. As soon as school starts in September, I'll have the list and I'll share it with whomever indicates. You can send it to me at didavis2002@gmail.com. That's my email address, and I'll drop it in the chat here. You can write me at this email address and we can set up a Google Drive and we'll all be here
Yeah.
to support each other on that.
Yeah, we create a WhatsApp group with all those or whatever. Get it done. That's a good thing. That will help Jamaica to be a better place.
Why is my chat not going through?
All right, tell me the info.
DI Davis 2002.
Hold on, DI Davis
2002
2002
at gmail.com.
All right, I just posted it.
Thank you.
On YouTube.
So guys, you can send me a note here and we can support each other on whatever projects. Yes, didavis2002@gmail.com. Perfect, correcto. Okay, I think things winding down. Wish everybody, start wishing everybody. Anybody have birthday greetings? We had said they were to tell us if there is anybody having birthday this week or anything that they wanted for us to say. This is a slot for us to read birthday greetings before we exit the show. Anybody have birthday? No.
I guess not. Nobody not born in July.
In
the end
July.
of July.
In fact, I have two friends, George's and is it his, no, Flavia Scott Hall. Her birthday is the 30th. Oh, that's today. Yeah. Flavia's birthday is today. I think George Azan's birthday is today as well. Don't know nobody else born July 30th. But anybody else out there on Facebook who born July 30th, all the best. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Martha, have a good weekend, everyone. Yes, everyone, have a good weekend. I know before we used to always talk about COVID, you know, like everything, but remember monkeypox now. So,
Lord.
but all I can say is that, you know, we have to live life, but be safe, protect yourself. I don't believe shutting down and locking up, but live life, enjoy yourself, be safe, and have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And be with us again on Tuesday night.
Okay, so before I go, Steve Scott is having a birthday today. I know him. Henry Campbell, happy birthday. And Jean South, she's in London. She had a birthday 2 days ago. So that I remember. Those reminders I have. So.
All right, everybody.
All right, guys.
It was fun.
Yes, it was a good show. Take care. Happy Independence.
Bye.
Bye.